Alright, we're back with more Final Fantasy XIV goodness. Welcome back to Cruisnick Sanctuary, everyone. I'm Cruisnick X, your ever-gracious host. Alongside me, Arya Stormborn.
Hello.
Lady Rose.
Hello.
Baron Boop Boop.
Hello.
Lord Fireaxe.
Yo.
And Squire Tenma.
Fans are pretty.
Alright, so we're back in Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. In the last episode, we made our way to the Telophoroi on the island. Sadly, our comrade Nidana didn't make it and got absorbed into the tower herself, becoming yet another mindless thrall for the lunar primals that await inside.
Oh.
Well, we know what deity to expect. But anyway, so seeing as how we can't just charge headlong in like a bunch of idiots, even though... Yep, we need a battle plan. So, with that being said, let's continue on with our journey in the level 80 quest, the Satrap of Radz-at-Han. First, we must inform everyone of the situation, Nidana's colleagues included. I'll call them together for a gathering, but I think it would be best if you were the one to explain. Of course. Oh, Nidana. Can you answer me this? Though Nidana is trapped in the tower, she is still alive, yes? Then we must make warding scales. As many as we can. The prototype works perfectly. This Nidana proved a peril to herself. So let us make more scales, that she and all those who are taken might be saved. Aye, as Uglamist, this is how we will help win the fight. My friends, the Satrap has been made aware of the tragedy. He offers his heartfelt condolences and reiterates his pledge to provide you with all that you require. To that end, he bade me give you this link pearl, that he might personally discuss the production of the warding scales with you. And for our Eosian visitors, I bear an invitation. In her report, Mistress Nidana noted your vital contributions to the talisman's creation. This fact came to the Satrap's attention, and in recognition of your deeds, he wishes to meet you. In addition to thanking you in person, he would also discuss further avenues of collaboration. And so, if it is agreeable, will you not accompany me to Radz-at-Han for an audience with His Excellency? We should be honored, of course. Closer cooperation between our lands can only be to the benefit of all. Then it is settled. Please, come to the gates east of the Giant Skull grounds, and I will show you into the city. Alright, mount up, peeps. Actually, you know what? To hell with it. I've got the car.
I've got the whale.
We've all got the whale, but we can't fly it yet. At least with the car, we're mounted up pretty well. Fireaxe, where are you?
I am at the spot.
He's already at that spot.
Of course he is.
I've been standing here for the past half hour.
Eh, yeah, so am I. This is the way.
Yes, I see you, cat. Mm-hmm. One of my cats is sitting on a chair, a pillow that's on a chair next to me.
I am definitely going to need to focus on getting riding maps after we are done with the main story.
Yeah, these maps are huge.
It's not as bad as this one's not as bad as Kalushia. Probably the same size.
Probably.
This place is beautiful, regardless.
Mm. What do you want?
Don't you have it? That's
You
the
should have
Pegasus
it.
mount, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I'll take that.
Anyway, there's Varshan. Let's do it. All present? Then let us proceed. Owing to the threat of the tower, the city is currently in a state of high alert, and strict restrictions are in place for entry. Though you have been granted special permission, I ask that you remain close to me at all times.
Well, that's no fun.
A vast rock squats upon Thancred, and to its stony surface clings the city of Radz-at-Han. Ye who enter here are subject to the scrutiny of gods, the gate's most watchful eye. The orb which beholdeth the truth of all things.
The sitars that they're using for this, for these scores are pretty,
Piercing gaze, bearing down like a second midday sun. The fragrant haze, a mixture of sweet incense and acrid smoke. The cries of merchants mingled here with lively melodies accented by dancers' feet. Travelers seduced by vivid sound and colors.
Why is the
were once
color
swallowed
so
up by
dimmed
patchwork
though?
streets.
Like, it kind of feels like we're in a Memory of the Echo, but without the distortion, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
No such scenes to savor now. To what somber present does that divine eye bear witness?
I will say I kind of do like the armor that the guards are wearing. I've always been a sucker for scale mail.
Well, no. I mean, looking at it,
I've always liked chainmail. Chain and plate mail.
Here we are,
Depending on how it's done.
Megadota.
it looks like very traditional Middle Eastern wear.
Yeah.
It seems a shame to bring you here directly. Under normal circumstances, it would have been my pleasure to show you the sights.
And it would have been our pleasure to see them. Alas, it seems our tour of the city will have to wait.
Indeed.
I'm afraid so. Come, we should head inside.
I don't know what to
Your
make of the
Excellency,
building.
may I present our honored visitors?
Multicolored.
Ah, splendid. Most splendid. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ahawan, Satrap of Radz-at-Han. Our alchemists tell me your assistance was invaluable in the creation of the warding scale. Such deeds ought to be recognized in person. Thus did I have young Varshan convey you here forthwith. On behalf of my people, may I express to you our sincere gratitude.
Not everything went to plan.
I assume you speak of Nadana. A regrettable incident indeed. Her colleagues insist that we honor her wishes and trust in the talisman, that it will be instrumental in saving Nadana and the others. I am eager to hear your opinion on the matter, so let us not stand on ceremony. Come, sit.
I think not.
Ooh.
This charade has gone on long enough. Show yourself.
Forgive me, but were you expecting musicians, perhaps? There are no performers waiting in the wings at present, but arrangements could be made if you'd prefer.
That's not what he means.
He hath the right of it. The time for artifice is past. Raise the curtain.
As you wish.
We all knew it.
Yeah, because everything about him seemed fake.
You travel as assistants to the students of Valdesian, but you are known to me. Even here have we heard of the scions of the Seventh Dawn.
And there he is.
I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode.
Vritra, of the first brood, sibling to Hraesvelga and Nidhogg.
Aye, mine elder brothers, of Midgardsormr's spawn. I was last to hatch.
But wait, why isn't he speaking in dragon tongue instead of...
Well, isn't this
human?
a surprise? We were told Radz-at-Han had an alliance with a dragon. Not that a great worm sat in the Satrap's own hall.
A necessary subterfuge, as the true tale of our nation history illustrates most effectively. In the beginning, the rock upon which our city is built was home to Vitra, and Vitra alone. In time, the ancestors of the Matanga came to the island and established a foothold. But never did they dare disturb the worm's lair. Next to arrive were the Aura. Adopting the example of their Akasodra allies, They too treated Vitra with reverence and respect. And for many years, an understanding between our forefathers and the Great Worm endured. Until marauding heroes from the mainland came, threatening to shatter our peace and tranquility. And it seemed all would be drowned in blood. Vitra himself came forth and quelled the rising conflict. A peaceful accord was reached, and oaths sworn in Vitra's name. Thus began the dragon's governance of the fledgling state, which was to grow into Radz-at-Han.
Okay.
But if Vitra is still here, then your position as Satrap is just...
a ruse?
Yes. And one which my family has performed faithfully for generations.
Many envy the Great Worms their power. Were it known that I ruled here, then the fires of war would burn without end. I would not be the flame which consumeth my people. Those few who join me in laying our country's foundations were, perforce, sworn to secrecy.
Your eye. It was taken.
'Tis here, buried within the semblance of flesh.
Wait, what?
The body before thee is but a simulacrum, constructed by the finest artisans of Radz-at-Han. With mine eye nestled within, it doth serve as an inconspicuous vessel for my will.
That would explain why I felt the presence of a dragon upon our first meeting.
I am woven with words fashioned to deceive such arcane senses. Though 'twas short-lived, it seemeth thy fusion with my brother hath left thee much altered. Estinian warm blood. From the very first, we sensed the nature of one another, yet did neither one of us bare his fangs.
Neat.
That is all I need know of thee for now.
With my secret thus revealed, I have for you a proposal. Not as a worm of the first brood, but as the ruler of Radz-at-Han. With all haste must we take in hand the finished talismans and breach this foul spire. Thence, should it lay within our power, dispel its wicked influence. Yet even with the assurance of the warding scales, the narrow confines of the tower doth limit the size of our force.
And thus denied strength in numbers, thou must choose thy soldiers with care.
Just so. Yet though our radiant host is formidable, I see a sure path before me. Thou and thy comrades have contended with a multitude of primal beings. Most recently, thou didst cast down false gods in Pagalthan and Cartanau, I am told. 'Tis upon that strength I would call. The Scions have proven themselves the most capable, and I ask that you serve as the tip of our spear.
Okay.
Talismans would, of course, be provided for each of thy companions. And should you agree to this undertaking, more will be provided to make use of as you see fit.
There's no denying it's a dangerous proposition, but the rewards may far outweigh the risk. Just think of what we might accomplish if we could equip all our allies with warding scales.
It works for me.
I worry, however, that even the 4 of us may be too few for what you have in mind. Might we regroup with our friends first to discuss the matter?
'Tis no trifling task that I have laid before you. Go. Steel your hearts and hone your plans. Such time as you require shall be spent in crafting your protective charms.
It seems a quick trip back to Sharlayan is in order.
Seems so. Oh.
Wilt thou not lend thine aid?
Whether your request be made as a great worm or the ruler of Radz-at-Han, I see no reason to refuse, nor will I.
There you go. That's Estinian for you.
I am in thy debt.
Well, that was as good a plan as any. That meeting took a rather unexpected turn. But we now have a clear objective ahead of us. Let us rejoin our comrades in Sharlayan and muster a suitable crew for our foray into the Tower of Zot. Oh, and if you haven't already done so, be sure to attune to the Aetheryte here before departing. Unless, of course, you enjoy violent nausea. The question is, can I go through? Well, at least we have the, Alright. Okay, we can't go through the gates yet, so... We're heading...
I'll handle this one.
Okay. Sharlayan, how I missed you. But no time to dwell on that now.
Where are we going? Where is the main hall?
Just follow me. For the fruitiness that shows.
Are you looking for fruitiness?
Yeah. Alright, into the main hall. No.
You're no fun anymore.
Just as I was getting used to balmy Thavna, we're back in chilly Sharlayan. Take care not to catch your death, eh? We need you for the battles to come. Now then, your investigation here remains, but when that's over, we can take stock of all the developments and discoveries. Well.
Okay. Now on to Cryos thing.
Yep, but first, we will take a quick break. If you're watching on Twitch or live from PlayStation and you like this show, stay tuned. We'll have more in a bit. If you're watching on YouTube, here are all the links you need. We'll see you in the next episode.